Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the West Ham Network for your first of or second of many shows today. And we're bringing you some breaking news, and that is that Harrison Ashby has officially left the club. Excuse the hair; it's all a bit wild. The weather's crazy outside as well. It's only a short, sharp show. Disclaimer for you as well is just to say that we will be bringing you several of these shows throughout the day and letting you know about any incomings or outgoings at the club. So keep your eye on the channel. We will be bringing you as much of that content as we possibly can. And of course, as we know, the kind of rubbish story that we heard back in the summer about Harrison Ashby looking to leave the club with the Newcastle interested. The deal didn't happen and didn't get over the line. However, Newcastle have went ahead and got their man. West Ham have today confirmed the permanent transfer to former Premier League side Newcastle United. Harrison Ashby progressed through our Academy of Football and made his first team debut in September 2020 at 18 years old in the 3-0 Carabao Cup second round win over Charlton Athletic. He would go on to make 7 first-team appearances in all competitions for West Ham, 3 in the Carabao Cup, 3 in European competitions, and 1 in the Premier League. Everyone at West Ham has said thank you very much and wishes him the best for the future. I've been listening a little bit in the background to his interview that he gave to Newcastle United TV for their official website. And they asked him what was the decision like to leave the club that you've been with since you've been a kid and how much was it a hard decision? And he said, absolutely, it was a hard decision. And he gave his reasoning behind it. And he said one of the things that tempted him was that Newcastle is a one-club city. Now, the fee is expected to be, they've said it's an undisclosed fee, but what we believe is that West Ham have negotiated a deal which is about £3 million to get the deal over the line. So for a player that was wanting to leave the club, I think West Ham have done a reasonable amount of business considering he doesn't have a lot of first-team experience. Now, listen, I don't doubt it at all. You want young players to step up and go through the ranks. Absolutely, you do. It's a no-brainer. But if you offer a player a contract and they can't commit to that contract, then what else are you going to do? You're going to let them, leave the club on a free? Then people will turn around and go, well, where's his pathway into the first team as well? But then maybe there's an issue with attitude, and also maybe if he was interested, but it sounds like his head was turned back in the summer, that could have led into the reason why would Moyes give Ashby a run out in the team, because his head was already made, his decision was already made. Now they are and do have had, you listen to the Newcastle United website, they actually say they've had a long-standing interest in the right back. So I don't know what the rules and regulations are with regards to tapping up, all that sort of stuff, but it's very, very interesting. But he is 21 years old, so this is going to be make or break season for him, and he was going to leave West Ham in the summer for free. They're delighted. They said he's got very good attributes and they're looking forward to working with him in an exciting new chapter of his career. And he signed a long-term contract with Newcastle. He said he could not be happier. He can't get the smile off of his face, and it's a proud day for him and his family. But he did go on and he said he wouldn't be here today without West Ham. So I thank all the coaches that I had from growing up to now, but he is very delighted to be at Newcastle United. So one that you can be disappointed on moving out of the club, but one we are going to have to literally just live with. That is the situation we are in. And yeah, we'll see what happens. 3 million quid, 21-year-old, not playing much first team football for West Ham, not really featuring a lot in the young setup. I think the big issue here, and I know people have got it, and I can see it from the comments, the big issue here is that the player didn't sign the contract with West Ham because he probably showed intent that he wanted to leave. So therefore, really in theory, this season was never going to be a player where he was going to transition through to the first team. And maybe he wanted to get that process happening sooner rather than later. One thing we do know is that he's not going to be going to Newcastle and starting for them. Absolutely not. That's not what's going to happen either. So I don't think he's going to go in and walk into the team. They've just offered a brand new contract to Kieran Trippier, so he's going to go in there and he's going to have to be the backup guy to that. But with a little bit of money coming in, it means then maybe West Ham are going to be a little bit busier than what we first think on players coming in. Now, there's questions coming into the chat. Do I expect any ins today? I mean, listen, who knows? We're going to report. This is the disclaimer. We're going to report on rumours that are coming in and thick and fast, and they will be. I think there's a show coming out at 11:30. I'll bring you the player ratings at 12:30 as well. But bear with us. We're not necessarily saying these players are done. We'll also bring you the news on players that are officially gone or coming into the club as well. But anyway, short and sweet one for you. Unfortunately, Harrison Ashby has left West Ham, signed a long-term contract with Newcastle United. I wonder if there's a little bit of tapping up there, but West Ham have obviously walked away with some money in our pocket. Short and sweet, and we'll see you later on for another show. Thanks for watching, and come on, you Irons.